Hey guys, how are you doing? I just wanted to give you guys an update on my intermittent fasting journey that I hope will be helpful for you if you're going through one and you're struggling to get your weight off, or you have insulin resistance, or you just need some inspiration for some tweaking. I am not fully there yet, except for feeling good. It's going to be almost a year in March when I started fasting. And I have not lost that much weight at all. I am still around 146 pounds. I'm 5'7". So BMI and smart BMI still tells me that I am within healthy range, but I just know for my body that is way too much extra weight. I would feel better, I think, around 130 plus minus. I'm not sure where I will fall into, but I used to naturally be 127, 130, something like that. So where I am now at is that I got really frustrated as I tried different length of fasts and cleaning up my food, and I still am not budging in weight, which I really want to because I just don't feel well with that much weight, although my energy is better. So what I did is that I want to find out how bad my insulin resistance is, and even if it's the problem, maybe it's something else. So I went to a naturopath today, and I'm really excited to get this going because we had a 1 hour chat with her and went through everything, all my medical history, which I don't have much at all of things to cover. And so first we're going to start with fasting insulin level, just to see is that the problem. So if I'm fully fasted and my insulin level is still high, that would explain why I'm not accessing my stored fat. And then if that's the case, then I just know I need to do longer fasts and incorporate some alternate day fasting. So that would be either a full day of fasting and then a whole day of eating, or I could do a 500 calorie meal on a down day, which is proven to be really useful. And then the next day I would still have an up day. That means at least 2 solid meals, probably just a 12 hours of really good refeeding, nourishing, really good food. So that's the strategy for that. And if it's not if it's not insulin, then we're gonna do some the Dutch test, which tests for adrenal something, tests for estrogen, progesterone, and some other things. So it just kind of gives you an idea of what's disbalanced. And I guess she said that there are some herbs we can take to balance them out. Again, there's always dietary support, but at least if I know where the weak area is, give me a better idea of what to target, because I'm getting really frustrated. Like, I'm in it for the long term, this is my lifestyle for life, but I'm not really enjoying it as much because I am not losing any extra weight. I want to be at my ideal weight. I want to feel really good, and I'm still going to keep doing it for the health benefits. So I gave it a full year, and I'm realizing, like, self-criticism is maybe that I didn't do specific fasts long enough, or I don't know. I don't know what, this is why I went to get help, is because I don't know what tweak to make long enough. Do you know what I mean? So should I do the alternate day fasting? But it's hard, and sometimes I don't want to do it. And so I didn't do it. And should I do 5 hour fast? Like, I don't know. So I just got frustrated and I need some help. So I'm really excited to get some help in that department. But the learning that I've had from a year of fasting, number one, is I just know it's my lifestyle. I look at it not as a diet. I don't look at it as a thing that will pass. I just look at it as something that, number one, makes me feel good instantly. And I know, like, there were times during this year where I would have longer eating windows, like what I would usually do, like way before, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and did not feel good. And it was way too much food. So that instant feedback of feeling good is great motivator for me to do it. And then I feel a lot better just eating. I'm enjoying my food more and I have more freedom in what I can eat. The other thing from fasting that I've learned is that I really, really value my vegetables. Like, I never want to start my eating window with anything but vegetables. I want to make sure I get my vegetables in, cooked, uncooked, with grains, without grains. Lately, I've been loving sauerkraut, like a lot of it, like a whole cup. It's so delicious. And within the last, actually, since last summer, I've been focusing more on being plant focused, plant heavy, just focusing on getting more plants into my diet, really staying away from animal products. I read Fiber Fueled, and that really, really kind of solidified my belief in the fact that we need plants and fiber and the variety to really fuel our body, to really run our body so that it runs itself like balanced and healthy. And the more I go, the more I believe it, the more I'm practicing it. There are times when I'm craving some, like I see bacon or something like that, and I allow myself to have it, but I think it's a good focus to have. So really I call myself flexible, because if sometimes I wanted to have it, and if honestly, if I'm having a bad day and I have not thought about anything for myself, I just eat whatever. There have been times like that, but the further I go along, the more I see that it's not only about what I believe, it's more about the habits. Like, the more used I get to like creating plant-based meals, the easier it is. Like, becomes autopilot. And incorporating more fruit. So that might not be great for my insulin resistance. I don't know, but I'm definitely leaning into that. I'm loving nuts. And lately I was really feeling really satisfied from having a big bowl of berries. They were like from frozen berries, like cherries and blackberries, and oh, I'm getting hungry now. And getting a good bowl of that, and also having a good bowl of nuts, like not a big bowl, but a small one, like different nuts. And I felt so satisfied. Like, I felt really good after. So that feedback is also very important. So I'm just learning different things that my body needs and wants. What else have I learned? I think I've learned to really look at food as nourishment over the last year, versus before I was always thinking of food as something that's making me fat. Like, what do I need to avoid? What should I stop eating? What should I stop eating? I should stop eating this. I should eat less bread. I should not go to Tim Hortons and get a Timbit. I should eat less bread. I should eat less sweets. I should eat less dessert. And that was so negative. So it's just not helpful, right? It just made me feel bad. It made me want to eat those foods more. And now, the way I think of it now, not all the time, right? But I'm practicing it more and more. And it feels a lot better to focus on, okay, what do I want to give to my body? And I get excited. I really get excited. The more colorful my bowl is, the more excited I get. And honestly, the last couple of meals I made, they were delicious, which actually did not used to happen. I would make these meals and I would be so excited for them, and they were not that delicious. I was like, oh, well, I don't know what's missing here, but it was not. But these last two, I made a vegetarian chili, and oh my gosh, I really enjoyed it. I still put a bit of cheese on top because I'm flexible and I like cheese. And I had my husband try it, and he said, wow, that's pretty good, really good, tastes really good for a vegetarian chili. Well, he's a big meat eater. He's like, yeah, those mushrooms are a really good substitute for meat. I put a bunch of portobello mushrooms in there, and they're really meaty. And I was really impressed how good that tasted. So now I'm like, okay, that is exciting, because before I would make like a big pot of something and then I'm the only one eating and then it didn't taste great. Well, awesome. Then I would freeze a bunch of it and then I would look at it in the freezer. I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to eat that. Or I'm just ended up taking it out later and just throwing it out. So now I don't have that problem. So this is really exciting, because I'm getting it's getting more fun to eat. Then the other thing I saw someone do, now that I'm doing it, my kids and I made this really healthy dessert and it was really good. They asked for seconds. So we take frozen berries, we thaw them a bit. Then we take, in a separate bowl, I take my banana, some cocoa powder, a little bit of monk fruit extract, like a little powder thingy. You could don't even have to do that. I did it more for the kids to like make the cocoa powder less bitter. But for me, I didn't do it. So I mush it all up. So it turns into this like chocolate sauce, right? Banana and cocoa powder. Mush, mush, mush. Turns into this chocolate sauce. You pour that over the berries. And then you take peanut butter powder, which apparently is less fatty. And then you can sprinkle peanut butter powder on top, which is delicious. Or you can take the peanut butter powder and you could um, just mix it in a bowl with a little bit of water and make it like a little peanut butter sauce. So you can put that on top. And then we also put some chia seeds in the banana and cocoa powder. You can, or you don't have to. And then the other thing I did, and then you can put a little bit of coconut, shredded coconut on top. My kids went crazy for it. They asked for seconds. And even my oldest teenager said, wow, Mama, that was really good. And the next night he said, Mama, can you make that for me again? And so the best part is I told the kids, I said, look, this is a really nice, like fancy, good looking dessert. It's delicious. And the best part is your body loves all the ingredients in it: banana, berries, cocoa powder. I don't know, actually don't know how the body feels about cocoa powder, but it's not a lot of it. And peanut butter. What's not to love? It's so delicious. You feel satisfied after. And it it's a big hit. And the thing is now, and I told them you can make variations. Like if you don't have berries, we can, blend up some frozen mango and what else? Banana, pine, like anything. You can just, you can make fruit ice cream, right? So that's the biggest takeaway for me, has been to focus on the nutrition, which is really fun. And I'm loving the variety. Like I think I'm learning, this is my big goal for the year, I think, to learn more plant-based recipes. My mom is coming for 4 days for Twinsy's birthday, and I told her, I said, teach me more of the plant-based recipes, because she's been eating like that for longer than I have. She's really good at focusing on that. That's all she eats. She's like she's pretty much vegan, and she's slowly transitioning my dad to less meat. She's doing now every other day for my dad with meat, and with a goal of being no meat. And so she's really good at balancing, making sure they have lots of beans in the week. She loves her nuts, grains. So she is like a few steps ahead of me. And so I'm excited because I just feel like that's like a health solution. That's like me taking my health pill for the day and to feel good. Like this is a long-term lifestyle health plan. You know what I mean? This is not a short-term solution. So the two struggles I'm still having is, one is the extra weight, which I'm sure is temporary. I'll figure it out. And the other one is me really wanting to get my husband fasting, and he did start fasting. I said to him, there were many times where I would tell him, like, ask him, like, maybe you can fast, or like you should fast, or something like that. I don't know. When he would have his cappuccinos, I would say, well, that's not. He would say, oh, I've been fasting. All I had was a cappuccino, and I would say, no, that's not fasting. And so that never worked. And whatever whatever he did for himself that worked and clicked for him to start fasting now. I don't know what it was, but for me, I know what happened was I formulated to myself, and I also said it out loud to him. I said to him, I want us to be a couple that fasts together. I want us to be healthy together. I want us to be like good, not overweight together. This is what I want. And that felt dramatically different to me to say it that way. It felt like a good statement to say, like I'm proud of that statement. It's a good thing that I want, versus me demanding and waiting for him to fast and being unhappy that he's not fasting. Do you know what I mean? For some reason, that felt like a very different shift. And at that point, I was able to kind of let it go and just leave it up to him. Like, I feel like he heard me. I said what I want to say. And I feel like I had to say it for us as a couple. This is what I want. And he started fasting. But the struggle, I guess, remains in sometimes that I want to talk about it with him and he doesn't want to talk about it. So anyway, that's like a silly struggle. And he's like, you put too much importance on that or whatever. And I'm like, yes, I want to talk about it all the time and tell me more and what'd you eat and all you're feeling and let me tell you about this. And I actually am excited. I got him to drink the coffee that I'm having. Like, I have it a certain way that makes it more enjoyable to have black coffee. So the way I have it is I make a weak kind of cup of coffee, not too weak, but weaker. And then to finish it off, I just splash a bit of cold water into it so it's not burning hot. So it actually makes it more enjoyable to have it. And he had it, he didn't have heartburn, and he said, wow, that's pretty good, yeah. And he had it a couple days and he keeps having it. So I'm happy, success. So I just want to share all my advice with him, all my wisdom from a year of fasting. And I don't think he wants it right now. Maybe later he'll be open to it. But so that's kind of a struggle. I need to let go of that and just like focus on me. So this is my update I have for you. I will also share later with you the kind of the results of my lab tests I'm having next week. And let's see what by the way, I also looked at my blood test from December, which was a regular blood test my doctor sent me for, and my AC1 level was 4.9, which is within normal range, which is yay, that's great. My thyroid numbers were also good. My good cholesterol was high, so that's not great. The doctor was like, yeah, whatever, it's fine, it's good cholesterol. But asking ChatGPT, it said it's not fine. It should not be too high. It's concerning. So I don't know what we'll do about that. Hopefully I'll fix it somehow. And everything else looked fine. My fasting glucose was also really good. So now if my fasting glucose is good, my AC1 is good, why am I not losing weight? Is it my cortisol too high? Is my insulin too high? Or what else? I don't know. We'll figure it out and I'll share with you. And this is a detective work that we're doing. I'm excited to move forward with this because I'm getting frustrated. Okay, I'm hoping this was helpful to you. And have a great day, y'all. I love you. Bye. Just wanted to add, the average length of my fasts through this year was about 18, 19 hours, 16, sometimes 17. So just for the information of, you knowing what my fasting was. So I've done a 3-day fast in the last year. I've done only 2, 3 up day, down day fast, like alternate day fasting. So I need to experiment more with my fasting, but I will do that more once I get my results. So that's it. Have fun. Bye.